11 minerals to maintain the balanced body and sound. It's recorded. So that's why the WHO recommended that about 13 vitamins and 11 nutrition or minerals that required to maintain the balanced body of a person's. So per day, each individual required 13 vitamins and 11 minerals by which you can maintain the balanced health. So that sound health and sound mind is the turning for the health. So that is why health and nutrition for the rural women. The last class we know that the women are more laborious than the men. Actually, as what I cited the examples of Andhra Pradesh and other states in India, that where there is the women, about 50% of women are more laborious. They are performing their duties in day-to-day work activities about 15 hours. So that less than the men person. So that is why the health and nutrition of rural women is very essential. कारण जदि जने महिला सुस्थ सुंदर स्वास्थ्य रखिकरी जदि परिवार रे सुंदर परिवार जदि गठन करि परिबो तार पिलाटी मध्य सेही अनुसारे परिवार समस्त सदस्य मध्य सेही अनुसारे उत्तम स्वास्थ्य नैकरी सेमाने तांकर जीवन शैली को गठन करि परिबे एवं निरोग रहि परिबे. So that each individual always try to maintain their health and how to free from the different diseases, as female's health status has a direct bearing on the health and well-being of the whole family, the entire family, that reflected by the women and female. So mortality affect not just the mother but the entire family. So mortality rate that reflects the mother's health actually. So the World Health Organization defines that health, about the health as a state of complete physical and mental social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So that is why the health means absence of disease. So sound health, it possesses, the absence of disease possesses in sound health. So that women should require 13 vitamins and 11 minerals per day to maintain their sound health and sound mind. And in this regard, one of the great that author states Robinson's about it is the science of foods, nutrition and other substances. There is and their action, interaction and balance in relation to health and disease. The process by which the organism digests, absorbs and utilizes nutrients and disposes of their end and products. So that Robbins states that we require the science of foods, so that the science of food, nutrients and other substances, there is the action and interaction, and action interaction held between the food and nutrients, and it combines the sound health. So health is a basic need. Health is a basic need and a fundamental right of everyone, and it assumes special significance in the case of women. So महिला मान क्षेत्र रे it is special significance or importance थाए the balance health बा sound mind and sound body रखिबा पाए. The reason are mainly there are many reasons that why the women should maintain the sound health and sound mind. कहीं कि महिला मानकर विभिन्न प्रकार sound health एवं sound mind रखिबा उचित. यार विभिन्न प्रकार कारण होई पारे. we can cite here two instances. Females constitute almost a half of the total population, we know, in India particularly, and more than 1/3 of the total workforce. So that is why that female sound health reflects to other in the society, in the family also. So secondly, and the major responsibility of bearing and rearing children lies with the women. महिला माने एक्चुअली कौन करती पिला मानको लालन पालन करिथांती तेनु जदि मां जदि रुग्ण हला ताले पिलाटी कोन देखिबो मो मां त रुग्ण तेनु करी मोर कोठी हबो साउंड हेल्थ सुंदर स्वास्थ्य कोठी हबो सो मार जदि सुंदर स्वास्थ्य थाए ता दैट विल हैव ए cordial significance for the children and reflects the sound health for the children. Hence their health status directly influence the health and well-being of the children. Directly reflect करूचे मार स्वास्थ्य पिला पर संपूर्ण भाव रे रिफ्लेक्ट करूचे कारण पिला बेलू पिलाटी माँ होची तार प्रथम शिक्षादात्री तो शिक्षयित्री हिसाब से कौन करूचे तार एंटायर भाव आचार स्वास्थ्यगत ढांचा एवं सामाजिक संस्कार सब गुड़िक पिलाटी अनुकरण करिथाय तार माँ ठारू. That is why the mother should maintain sound health and possesses a good attitude and by which the children will learn all the things. Hence, next we proceed to discuss about the nutrition. Sound clear? Dhanayanta, Mehta, Babita, sound clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you clearly clarified? Understand about the subject?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, nutrition ka mein jiba. So, nutrition is vitamin, minerals that reflect. Nutrition is a science of nourishing the body. Nutrition kaun kota hai? The body ko nourishing karita hai. It is the relationship between man and his food, which include not only physiological and biochemical aspects, but also psychological and social dimensions. So, nutrition केवल psychological, physiological बा biochemical aspect को reflect करू नहीं, but also psychological एवं social dimensions also too included in nutrition. And nutrition is a wide term and which is also concerned with the economic, cultural, and psychological implications of food and eating. Psychological and that is the cultural implication, economic implication. That means, for example, the Odisha, the coastal states of India, most probably that maximum state prefer to consume rice. The western part of our country like Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, Maharashtra, they prefer to consume bread. कारण सेठी अधिका प्रोडक्शन होउची जो अंचल रे अधिका जहा प्रोडक्शन होई थाए से लोक माने सेठाकार अंचल रो बासिंदा माने से माने से को प्रेफर करिथांती कंज्यूम करिबा पय. सो आंध्र रो वेस्ट बेंगल आंध्र एवं ओडिशा प्रोड्यूसेस ए ह्यूज क्वांटिटी ऑफ राइस फूड ग्रेन्स. सो दैट इज आवर कल्चर ट्रेडिशंस हमर संस्कृति धान चाष करिबा हमर संस्कृति काहे कि ना आमर विभिन्न प्रकार कार्य देवादेवी पूजा पूजी पार्वण रे कार्य लगी था धान एवं धानर प्रोडक्ट गुड़िक राइस अन्य प्रोडक्ट गुड़िक आमर सर्व पूर्व भारतर जगन्नाथ मंदिर रे अन्न प्रसाद भोग होता है से तेणुक आमको राइस दैट इज वन कल्चरल इम्प्लिकेशंस. ठीक से भाई पंजाब हरियाणा गुजरात महाराष्ट्र there is a huge amount of produces the wheat. Gahama prachura chas hotibaru that is their cultural rights, cultural implications to consume bread. All the people prefer to consume bread. So this is the reason that why we indicates the cultural dimensions and economic and psychological implications of food and why we eat such type of food grains. बुझी पारछ रे कल्चरल इम्प्लिकेशन बुझी परछ तो हेलो
Yes, sir.
ताले ओडिसा रे हमें काहे कि प्रेफर करचंती टू कंज्यूम राइस आमे जदी हमकु जते परिमाण ब्रेड देले आमे निश्चित भाव रे वी ऑलवेज प्रेफर टू कंज्यूम rice. That is our cultural implications and economic implications also. And that the foods are classified into three major categories, like and depending on the functions of their perform. Food for energy, nutrition ba khadya darkar karo. That food for energy, food for growth and maintenance, शरीर को बैलेंस भाव रे मेंटेन करी फूड प्रोटेक्शन सो दैट वी रिक्वायर न्यूट्रियस फूड हमें डिजीज प्रोटेक्शन करबा पय हमें बैलेंस न्यूट्रिशन दरकार करता हो जहां हमें खाद्य सार रु ही पाई थाउ यदि खाद्य सार रु हमें पाइबा नहीं भला न्यूट्रिशन विटामिन सो दैट आवर इम्यूनो सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकली डिक्रीजेस एंड रोग प्रतिरोधक शक्ति जोटा कहंती सेटा हमर डिक्लाइन करिवो सो दैट हमें सडनली विभिन्न प्रकार रोग द्वारा में अटैक करि परिबा सो दैट इज व्हाई प्रोटीन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द ग्रोथ एंड मेंटेनेंस ऑफ द बॉडी एंड प्रेग्नेंट फीमेल्स लैक्टेटिंग मदर्स रिक्वायर एडिशनल अमाउंट्स ऑफ प्रोटीन जो माने मां माने क्षीर दउचंती पिला माननकु एवं जो माने प्रेग्नेंट लेडी एमानक पई फूड ग्रोथ एवं शरीर मेंटेनेंस पई पिलाटीर मेंटेनेंस पई न्यूट्रिशन दरकार पड़ी थाए सो that is additional amounts of protein for the proper growth and development of infants.
See your voice.
Voice clear ho ni? Hello. Voice clear ho
No,
ni?
sir, it is okay. Yes,
Okay.
sir, it is okay now.
Yes,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay. So continuing again. So that is why jaggery, sugar, fat, oils like ghee, vegetable oils, butter and vanaspati, all these are the nutritious food and that required for the growth and development. पिलाटी माँ पेटर जेतबेले थाए माटी को एई खाद्य सबु विटामिन प्रोटीन जातीय खाद्य बेसी दिया जाय कारण पिलाटी रे मध्ये साइमल्टेनियसली ग्रोथ होई थाए बुझी परछ हेलो
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
वॉइस क्लियर
Yes,
हो
sir.
वॉइस क्लियर होची
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay so food for energy is very essential as energy is required for essential body functions growth and physical activities and pulses peas beans nuts are good sources of proteins डाली जातीय शस्य जोगुड़ाक आमर दरकार पड़ी थाए प्रचुर परिमाण रे प्रोटीन माटी पाई थाए पिलाटी जेतेबेले माँ माँ पाखरे थाए सो सेतेबेले माँ को प्रचुर परिमाण प्रोटीन एई क्षेत्र सब दिया जाय थाए एई सब पल्सेस लाइक बीन्स नट्स आर गुड सोर्सेस ऑफ प्रोटीन सो एनिमल सोर्सेस लाइक मिल्क एंड मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स एग एंड मीट फिश एटसेट्रा आर रिच सोर्स ऑफ प्रोटीन so that is a protein we can get from the plants and from animal protein दुई प्रकार plant protein and animal protein that
Good evening, Dr. Parida.
hello
Parida, good evening.
good evening good evening
I am
Thank
Dr.
you.
Damodar Sahu,
thank
coordinator,
you our coordinator Didi.
Dharendra Autonomous College, Keonjhar.
Okay
I want to
many
tell
thank you.
something. I want to tell something to the learners.
Yes, sir.
You see, already I have given a message in the chat box that as soon as you join, you should write your name and enrollment number. That is your attendance.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is a
sir.
proof that you have attended the class. Whatever is going on is fully recorded. The entire 1 hour class is recorded. If you miss a particular class, the entire recording will be uploaded in the YouTube tomorrow. You can avail this opportunity also. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay, sir.
yesterday we have started this class and today is the second class. And from tomorrow, 4 days, that means 25th, 26th, 27th and 28th is holiday for Xmas for you. The next class will start on 29th. Okay, time is same, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Dr. Parida will take 24 classes, that is MRDE 101 and MRDE 002. Thereafter, I shall take also 24 classes on MRDE 003 and MRDE 004. And for RDD 6 and RDD 7, we are in search of an approved counselor so that he will take all those 2 courses. Don't worry, we are trying our best to help you all over the regional division. Okay, Bhubaneswar. Okay, so this much. Please ensure your attendance by writing your name and enrollment number on daily basis. And mind it, tomorrow, starting from tomorrow up to 28th is your holiday. The next class is on 29th, 6 p.m. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Over to Dr. Parida.
Thank you, our coordinator, Dr. D. Sahu of IGNO Keonjhar, DD Autonomous College. So again, we continue the class. Some of the information, the important information circulated by our coordinator. So all learners should aware about the informations and cordially accountability to their time. When the class will commence, immediately you should join at 6 p.m. Now, let us discuss about health and nutrition in relation to women. Health and nutrition in relation to women on the gender basis. Our society that recommends prefers male child over female. Amar samaj ajikali actually male child upar besi prefer करिथाय. So पिला मानन को आमे सब जानि चंती जे male child as given more good nutrition than women child. प्रत्येकଙ୍କ परिवार रे आमे जानि चंती that the mother feeds the nutrition food to the male child, and those female child they are ignored as per the health and nutrition ground. Like during the distribution of resources at the household level, that priority is given to males, be it in nutrition, medical care, or opportunity for education, growth and development. Is that concept, as I noted here, like the household levels like nutrition, medical care, or opportunity for education, growth and development. In every respect, male child given preference than female. All are you aware about this perhaps? I expect that you know about this fact. The पिलामानकु घरे स्वास्थ्यगत कारण दृष्टिरु बा न्यूट्रिशन बा मेडिकल केयर दृष्टिरु शिक्षागत दृष्टिरु परिवार रे मेल चाइल्ड को अधिका प्रेफरेंस देइथांती. That is our social custom. The mother and the family members feels that it is our social custom, but we should ignore such superstition, because so far today we know that male and female all are equal. So opportunity should avail to all equally, both male and female child. We should ignore the gender bias in this respect. So health and nutrition in relation to women, the second one, that is early marriage and repeated pregnancy. Not only marriage is compulsory in our country, but early marriage. The people in our society so far, particularly the last class, during last class I had been cited the examples like Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh as Dhanenta as informed, and he is aware about the child marriage. As in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh prefer that early marriage. So that is why this is one of the dangerous for the health ground. And repeated pregnancy, due to repeated pregnancy, as it deteriorates the health of the woman today. So because they are married at the age of 14 to 18 years. When the children before mature, if they will marry, so they will become, their health will be automatically deteriorate. And during pregnancy and lactation period, the females are expected to have additional intake of calorie. ଯେତେବେଳେ ମହିଳା ମାନେ ପ୍ରେଗନେନ୍ସି ହେଇଥାନ୍ତି ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଆଡିସନାଲ ନ୍ୟୁଟ୍ରିସନ ଭିଟାମିନ ଦରକାର, ପ୍ରଚୁର ପରିମାଣରେ ଦରକାର ପଡିଥାଏ. So calories, intake of calories, protein and other essential nutrition for the proper growth and development of the child and for her own health status. However, ignorance along with food poverty often leads to inadequate dietary intake during the periods of pregnancy. That India is a country of developing, so maximum of the people now also living below the poverty line. They are not getting, the poorer sections of the people are unable to feed the nutrition diet to their children. Hence, this results in low health status and gynecological problem and related other problems among the mothers. ମା ମାନଙ୍କ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ଏଇ ଦାରିଦ୍ରତାର କଷାଘାତ ବା କରାଳ ଚକ୍ରରେ ମାନେ ଘାଣ୍ଟି ହେଉଥିବାରୁ ମା ମାନେ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ନ୍ୟୁଟ୍ରିସନ ପ୍ରେଗନେନ୍ସି ସମୟରେ ପାଇନଥାନ୍ତି. So that is why ଏଇ ସବୁ କଥାକୁ ଆମେ ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱର ସହିତ we should taken into account. Next, quality of antenatal care. Antenatal care can go a long way in reducing maternal and mortality, as it can identify risk factors and accordingly provide for remedial actions. So there is a risk factor if we will not provide the quality nutrition and vitamins to the mother. So next our topic is lack of awareness. So awareness is one of the important aspects from the nutrition and health point of view. प्रत्येक सचेतन नागरिक एक कथा न्यूट्रिशन एंड बैलेंस डाइट प्रति सचेतन हवा दरकार प्रत्येक नागरिक. So low levels of literacy, so that how can we become so aware? If the female literacy rate will increase in our country, so that the female will become so aware about the health and health consciousness will increase automatically. Hello, voice clear hochi? Hello, voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So low levels of literacy and a lack of awareness regarding health and nutrition are important causes of prevailing health issues, health situation. Due to low levels of literacy factors plays very important in a democratic form of government and a democratic form of country. So literacy can create awareness in every respect. The social awareness will automatically prevails if the people will become more literate. Particularly the women literacy will hike in the country, so they will become more aware. कारण आमे जानिछन स्वास्थ्य ही संपद. जदि जने उत्तम स्वास्थ्य, भल स्वास्थ्य एवं रुग्ण स्वास्थ्य, sick health or weak health and the sound health. So automatically the sound health people will become more literate. जार स्वास्थ्य नाही से किभଳି पाठ पढिबो एवं अधिका समय मेमोरी पावर से पाठ ऊपर गवेषणा करिबो. तेणु करी हमर साउंड हेल्थ निहाती दरकार पड़ी थाए. So the census data 2001 shows that 52% of the total Indian population is literate, out of which 39.3% females are literate. 2001 मसिया सेंसस कैलकुलेशन अनुसार 39.3% only female literacy. So there are numbers of reasons why the female literacy has declined in our country. Though there is marginally increasing so far today in our country about female literacy. And here, poverty as well as ignorance contribute to undernutrition and malnutrition among many rural women. Poverty is मुख्य कारण, malnutrition, undernutrition of the rural women. So poverty, दारिद्रता होची गोटा कराला चक्र बा दारिद्रता होची गोटे कर्तव्य अपराध अवस्था अर्थनैतिक मानदंड दृष्टि. Many times women and children suffer from malnutrition not because of lack of money or foods but due to ignorance about the right kind of food needed. How भली vitamin, nutrition, minerals darkar, they do not know. In which period, in which time the mother required more and more nutrition and vitamins. So as just before the beginning of my class, I had been told to you that 13 vitamin, 11 minerals is very essential for the balance and sound health of the people. 13 vitamin, 11 minerals जरूरी दरकार पड़ी थाए. So that we can get these 13 vitamins and 11 minerals from different food grains. विभिन्न प्रकार खाद्य शस्यरू आमे पाई थाउ. Hence, Child Development Service as one of the components and offers nutrition and health education to females in the age group of 15 to 45 years. So that maximum nowadays, the maximum school teacher government recommended for female candidates. Why? जदि महिला मानकर अधिका संख्या रे शिक्षकता वृद्धि पाइबो बा शिक्षयित्री भाव रे recognition पाइबे, so they will create awareness among the children in school and colleges. So that is why it is very essential to provide maximum literacy for the women. So balance केवल जदि male जदि literacy संग male dominance जदि बढ़े ताल देशर अर्थनैतिक विकास संभव होई पारे नाही. So simultaneous development, both male and female, in every respect, education, health, medical facility, and equal status, equal share, should be given opportunity, both male and female, equally. Otherwise, the country's economic conditions, social conditions, in every respect will deteriorate. That is why balance position we should maintain. प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में गोटा balance position न रहिले रोगाक्रांत भाराक्रांत ही पड़े. मनीष शरीर जदि balance height सहित weight न रहे, मनीष आमे जेकोनसी प्रकार आमे रोगरे आक्रांत हिथिबा आमे जानि थाउ. balance height सहित weight हिथिबा दरकार. ठीक सही बोली समाज सोसाइटी गोटा देश रे महिला पुरुषंकर प्रत्येक क्षेत्र रे balance संतुलन अवस्था मेंटेन करबा उचित. ताहाले आमर देशर अर्थनीति, सामाजिक अवस्था, व्यवस्था, राजनीतिक अवस्था, व्यवस्था सबु किछि सुंदर होई परिबो एवं बैलेंस साउंड गोटे साउंड इकोनॉमिक सिचुएशन, पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन, सोशल सिचुएशन विल ऑटोमेटिकली प्रिवाइल. हमें जदि कंपेयर करिबा. सो नेक्स्ट जिबा इंडिकेटर्स ऑफ हेल्थ एंड न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस. इंडिकेटर्स भीतर हमर रहउची लिखिबो लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन रेगडा सब लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी that you can elaborate logically, and like sex ratio in the population and low weight and height. ये कहते बड़ा पॉइंट इट नोट करी नहीं जाओ. तो पढ़ोथिबे you should note something you learn later on in your house. So लिखो health indicators. PDT handwriting करिवो. Point 1, life expectancy. Hello, noting करछो तो? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Point 2, sex ratio in the population. That means sex ratio means balance of both male and female. You know that Kerala is the only one state where almost all that male and female and 100% literacy achieved in Kerala. So that is why the economic and political social situation is so balanced. Then sex ratio madhya seti balance. In other states, the society is preferring male child over female. But Kerala is the only state in the country that having sound economic and conditions, political and social situations prevails. Because there is one balanced sex ratio in Kerala. So next point, lekha, low weight and height. Low weight and height. Next point, lekha, maternal mortality. Maternal mortality. So these are the important indicators. So next we proceed. Next topic lekha, empowerment of rural women. Empowerment of rural women. Next topic lekha. So in Odia language, how can we title? ग्राम्य महिला सशस्त्रीकरण. महिला मानक सशस्त्रीकरण करवा, एम्पावरमेंट करवा ना कौन? जेंडर फ्रेमवर्क अप्रोच. As here, women and men have different and unequal resources and responsibilities, which have implications on their existing and potential capacity to contribute to development. So development gote desar vikas depends on the balance gender ratio. Gote desar vikas, economic vikas mane that do not refer to economic development but also social political development, scientific development also as depends on the gender equality. Hence, development policy and planning must take recognize and cognize of this if it is to ensure efficient and equitable use of scarce resources. Women, particularly poor women, are directly responsible for the reproduction, care and well-being of human beings. There are also, to a great or lesser extent, key actors in the production of human and social resources. Now, we go to analyze the role of women. The role what women play are different in any given society. महिला मानकर भूमिका विभिन्न प्रकार समाज क्षेत्र रे जे कोनसे सामाजिक क्षेत्र रो अशेष भूमिका थाए महिला मानकर घर पाखरो बाहर पर्यंत ऑफिस कार्य पर्यंत एवं देशर सेवा पर्यंत महिला मानकर बहुत गुरुत्वपूर्ण भूमिका एबेकार समाज रे देखा जाउछि. Hence, and their situation is determined by the legislation, religious norms, economic status or class, cultural values, ethnicity and types of productive activity of their country, community and household. Women are usually responsible for domestic work. It is a paragraph, you should note it. The important paragraph that you should note it. The roles that women, the roles, note karucha ta, hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The roles that women play are different in any given society. Are different in any given society.
Are different in?
Given society. And their situation is and their situation is determined by the legislation, norms, economic status, cultural values, and types of productive activity, of their country, community, and household. Full stop. Women are usually responsible for domestic work, the care of children, family health, cooking, and providing food, and other household services, In most countries, they also play a major role. In the productive activities of the family. In farming, paid domestic labor, services, industries, and income generating activities. So now I am pointing some of the important, that is the status, women's status, so that equal opportunity should provide as in comparison with the male persons. So the women's status includes, Lekha, note some important point. Women's status include point 1. Hello, Babita Mahanta, clear hochi to?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Point 1. Women's status include point 1. Access to and control over access to and control over private assets and resources. Private assets and resources. So, पुरुष माने आमे सब जानि छथि हम समाज रे the male always that having capacity and efficiency to control over the private assets and capital resources. That is our superstition. कौन केवल मेल माने कंट्रोल कर परिबे, महिला माने वुमेन माने कंट्रोल कर परिबे the private capital and resources. They also having capacity to control the private asset and resources and capital, etc. The women are having good quality to manage the capital resources, not only in private sector, but also in the public sector also. In household sector also, घरे बाहरे बेसरकारी क्षेत्र रे सरकारी क्षेत्र रे गोटे महिला जे भली गोटे पुरुष जे भली कंट्रोल करि पारुची, महिलाटी मध्ये से भली कंट्रोल करि परिबे. So point 2 रे लिखा access to public resources.
Excuse me, sir.
Point 2
Excuse me, sir.
access to hello.
Yes, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, then in this case, just now you said that women are usually responsible for domestic work, the care of children, family health, cooking, and providing food and other household services. Why women are usually responsible, sir? Why not men then?
Yes.
So these domestic
Because
work,
not
so these domestic
only
works are
domestic work.
genderized.
That I am like that. What a situation prevails in our society. The
Yes, sir.
superstition.
The society makes it. The society
Already,
makes the woman
that is
responsible. Actually, the
society.
domestic work are not
That is not,
genderized.
listen to me. That is just like social attitude. The people prefer that women only can perform good activities in household sector. That is our superstition, अंधविश्वास. How किछि नुहे. So that as nowadays, the women are also become pilots. You know, and maximum women now and providing a good services in management sector also, in government sector, private sector. So these traditions that women can only perform career duty in the household sector, now the attitude slowly changed today. आजिका समाज रे ये attitude धीरे धीरे बदली गलानी. पुरुष माने मध्य घरे रहिकरी अनेक काम कलेनी. Yes or no, धनैता मेटा?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The tradition already changed nowadays. आमे देखुचंती महिला माने सब विभिन्न सरकारी क्षेत्र, स्कूल, कॉलेज एवं बेसरकारी क्षेत्र समस्त क्षेत्र से मान वर्तमान उद्योगी एंटरप्रेन्योर मध्य हलेनी. They are also managing the small scale cottage industries and handicrafts and sericulture, aquaculture, etc. Different small scale industry become entrepreneur nowadays. महिला माने बहुत क्षेत्र उद्योगी मध्य होई गेलेनी. So are you clear, Mehta?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So केते नंबर पॉइंट कहिथिल तुमको? Point
So
3.
point number 2.
Sir, point number 2 said access to public.
अच्छा, okay. Next point लिखा control over their labor and income. Control over their labor and income. So next point को आसा. Next point. Control over their bodies. Control over their bodies.
Excuse me, sir. So what is the second point?
Control over their labor and income. Previous point. Not second point.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Control over their labor and income. Are you completed?
Yes, sir.
Next point को आसा. Control over their bodies. Next point. control over physical mobility. Control over physical mobility. Next point.
Sorry, sir, repeat again.
Control over physical mobility.
Okay, done, sir.
Next, access to and control over political spaces. Access to and control over political spaces. Next point. Access to and control over. Next point. Access to and control over intangible resources. Completed.
So, what are intangible resources?
Yes, intangible resources, that is, we cannot feel something. Only we cannot that visualize or touch. That is known as the intangible objects or intangible resources. Tangible money, that is visualized. So intangible like the information, influence, अन्य ऊपर प्रभाव पकाइबा, the teachers teaches to the students, the doctor services for the patient, डाक्टर जो सेवा करूची रोगी को ताको कोन देखि होची कि बा स्पर्श करी होची को भली सेवा करूची जने शिक्षक शिक्षा दान करूची, that is intangible, not tangible. Tangible माने जाको that are physical, having the physical appearance of the goods commodities. Like
Yes, sir.
intangible हेले that is information, सूचना प्रदान करिबा, influence प्रभाव पकाइबा, etc.
Yes, sir.
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So next is about gender empowerment. As gender empowerment. So gender empowerment, that is, how can we make the gender empowerment? Empowerment process. So process lekha that like a power can be understood as operating in a number of different ways. Power can be understood as operating in a different ways. विभिन्न उपाय रे हम पावर को हमें बुझी परिबा. हमें कहउचंती that he is most powerful. The male is most powerful in the society than women. So how can we make a difference? The powerful men and that those are male and that having no power with the women. So types of power, we can clarify in this context the types of power. So point one, like a power within. Power within. What a व्यक्ति पाखरे जो power अछि कि बोली point one like a power within. That is depends on inborn talent. That is depends on inborn talents. Born talents and capability. So जन व्यक्ति पाखरे जो power अछि that is inborn quality. जन्मरु से सृष्टि तार जने भलो शक्तिशाली मनुष्य है केतल सृष्टि हो जन्मरु, that is power within. So point 2 को आस power 2 involves the carrying out of actions आम पाखक बेले बेले पावर आसे केते बेले इन्वॉल्व्स द कैरिंग आउट ऑफ एक्शंस एक्शन को जते बेले हमें कैरी आउट करिबा विभिन्न प्रकार एक्शन सब देखै परिबा समाज रे and taking on responsibility सरला पॉइंट 2 सरला हेलो
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा पॉइंट 3 का सब पावर with exist with the togetherness
Power with or power which?
power with WITH
Okay, sir.
exist with the togetherness and actions of several people acting as a group. So group रू बेले बेले विभिन्न लोक मानकर एक्शन जतल बाहरी थाए गोटा ग्रुप हो जाए सेते बेले बा गोटा टीम स्पिरिट हो जाए. सो जने व्यक्ति रो पावर जति न थाए गोटा टीम बा ग्रुप रो पावर ता अधिका थाए. So that is known as the power with. So next power over includes dictatorship and autocracy. Power over includes dictatorship and autocracy. जोड़ा एकछत्रवाद शासन जोड़ा so that is power over. संपूर्ण power is controlled by the dictator and autocrat. So now we proceed to discuss about the important points on the forms of power. So विभिन्न प्रकार forms of power include point 1 लेखो psychological power. Point 1 होची psychological power. So listen to me. The psychological power means when a person has self-esteem, self-confidence and self-drive. निजे निजे जेते बेले दृढ़ आत्मविश्वास आत्मबल माध्यम रे जो मन भीतर जो गभीर कठोर शक्ति संचारण करी थाए. So that is psychological power that indicates the self-esteem, self-confidence and self-drive. कहा ऊपर आउ से डिपेंडेंट हबनी निजे निजे सबु हनुमान भली आगे नै जीवो. हनुमान जे भली रामचंद्र को सहाय्य करथिले जानिछ पिला माने ठीक से भली. So accordingly that one person can take risk and responsibility for everything, and that for an example one entrepreneur in the society, whether small entrepreneur or big entrepreneur, like small entrepreneur like rural the industries, the big entrepreneur like Tata company, Tata, Jindal, Reliance, the big entrepreneur or large scale industrialists, because they are taking the risk responsibility for their business. So that is why they are successful businessmen in the world, you know. And the Tata company is performing the business all over the world since 100 years, more than 100 years. Tata company सारा विश्व रे 100 वर्ष रु ऊर्ध्व वर्तमान बिजनेस वर्ल्ड वाइड एक्सपांडिंग करूची, बिकॉज टाटा कंपनी हैविंग साइकोलॉजिकल पावर. जिंदल, रिलायंस, द बिग लार्ज स्केल entrepreneur, they having self esteem. The persons having self esteem, self confidence, self drive and taking risk responsibility for their business. So that is why they are successful businessmen in the world nowadays, because they are psychological most powerful. Point 2, socio-economic power. Point 2, socio-economic power. So forms of power. So socio-economic power, changing the economic status through income generating projects or having inherited property that boost economic status in the community. Socio-economic power. सामाजिक अर्थनैतिक शक्ति केतबेले आसी थाए आम पाखकु द इनहेरिटेबल प्रॉपर्टी व्हेन कम टू आवर हैंड हमर जो पूर्व स्थावर अस्थावर संपत्ति जोड़िका हम हाथ को आसी थाए so that we can become so most powerful. So third category होची that is forms of power, political power. So political power almost all you know that develop to make decisions in administrative and policy matters that affect our life. So these are the forms of power. So next note some of the important points. Levels of power. Levels of power lekha. First point one hochi welfare stage. So levels of power hochi mahila manankar that welfare stage, zero level of empowerment. So point 2, access stage. Access stage. Point 3, participation stage. Point 3, participation stage. Next hochi control stage. Next hochi control stage. And the gender empowerment measures. How can we measure the gender empowerment? So what is the real meaning of empowerment? Empowerment, how can we define the empowerment? Empowerment is described as people fully participating in the decision and process that shape their lives. जीवनर विकास, जीवनर प्रगति एवं ग्रोथ पाई आमे जो शक्ति संचारण करिथाउ. लेख गोटा लाइन गोटा इंपोर्टेंट कोटेशन टा लेख एठी. Empowerment is described, lekha, the real meaning of empowerment. Empowerment is described as people fully participating in the decisions and process that shape their lives. Shape, S-H-A-P-E, shape their lives. So these activities particularly performed nowadays, and previously the men. Nowadays the women also having this quality, empowerment, people, the women fully participating in the decision making and process that shape their life. महिला माने वर्तमान जो सशक्तिकरण करा जाउची सरकार को द्वारा प्रत्येक क्षेत्र देख महिला उद्योगी आम देश रे बहुल परिमाण रे अर्बन थारु रूरल एरिया पर्यंत विभिन्न क्षेत्र रे पार्टिसिपेट करछन बिकॉज ऑफ द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द पंचायत राज सिस्टम. ड्यू टू द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द पंचायत राज सिस्टम, they involve politically in the panchayat raj system, the women nowadays, and they find out what are the problems, lacuna as the rural women particularly are facing, and by the help of the political awareness the women are eradicating their problems and sort out their problems. How the women will become so educated and awareness will be created, how they will earn their livelihood, etc. So all women now participating in the decision making process in the parliament, in assembly, everywhere. So for economic empowerment, social empowerment, these are the different categories of empowerment, and like also political empowerment. That are the three important awareness. So today all the learners are introduced that I am giving some instruction that you should regularly attend the class at due recommended time, and today I remain here and stop my teaching.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Thank you to all.
Sir,
Sir.
can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sir, can these topics are available in the books?
The topics. Yes, topic also available. The
Sir.
recommended books as recommended by IGNO.
Okay, sir.
Sir.
Which book?
Development that MRDE-101 Rural Social Development. Development of rural women. The book also available.
Okay.
Sir, it is rural development.
MRDE 101.
What? Bhalo clearly ko.
MRDE 101.
Ha, MRD 101.
Sir, जो rural development Indian context.
Indian context. All the topics are available here in this book. Okay.
Sir, one question. Sir, it is first year na second year class?
So all are
First.
recording. All these activities are recording, so that I remain here because the time allotted to me 6 to 7 p.m. Next day I will talk with you.
Sir, just minute. 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it is first year class होची ना second year class होची?
You don't know whether it is first year or second year.
In the mail only it is given that this is the second year class.
Yes. You should ask your friend circle. You can get knowledge about the topic and the year. Yes or no,
Yes.
Dhanenta?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you to all learners. I remain here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.